Back again, guys, with another UFC fight picks video on the UFC 213 card, Nunez versus Shevchenko. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the whole card here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys kind of just a a quick pick video here. I'm not gonna get too in depth because I didn't study all the fights, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of give you guys some quick picks here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. I mean, we had the UFC on Friday, so that shit. I mean, two UFCs back to back, and when you're working and whatnot, it's too hard to study all these fights, all these fighters. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So first fight on the Fight Pass prelims, we got Trevin Geils versus James Boskovic. So I didn't even study this fight at all, pretty much. I tried to find some fights on James. I YouTubed his name and nothing popped up besides like some old ass fight, and then like something that said something about him kickboxing or some shit. But other than that, I couldn't find shit on James. But from what I see and from what I hear, obviously really good on the ground, excellent submission skills. Trains with Ben Rothwell. Big for the weight class also. 6'4", 81-inch reach, so he's bigger than Trevin Giles here. And for Trevin Giles, I don't know what this guy really brings much to the table. I know he fought out of Legacy Fighting Alliance, I think it's called. But anyway, he's fighting out of Legacy, so obviously that's a decent promotion. Has a lot of finishes. You see his record right there. Also, on his page it says he got the ground and pound or something like that. He's going to be the smaller guy here, though. 4 first round finishes, 1 stripe purple belt in BJJ. To me, this guy seems to be kind of like an all-around type of guy. Doesn't really specialize in something. But yeah, I was watching the DraftKings video from the Pat Mayo Hour, and CJ Safdie was saying that this guy gets rocked a lot and whatnot, and he likes James Boskovic. So I'm kind of gonna take his word for it. I'm for sure gonna play James on a GPP. I mean, he has all his wins or finishes in the first round, so I think it's a solid pick, and I'm pretty sure he's a big underdog. Like, I want to say at least almost 3-1. They don't got the odds on this shit, but anyways, yeah, I'm just hearing that Trevin Giles gets rocked a lot, and against smaller guys too. And James Boskovic, he's kind of like more of a grappler, but I mean, he also has a knockout in his record. So him having that, what is that, 7-inch reach advantage, man, that's gonna be huge there. So I think James could probably pull something off. But like I said, guys, I didn't study too much for this fight, so you don't gotta take my pick too serious here. But I'm gonna go ahead and just go and pick James Boskovic by fuck it, I'm gonna say fuck it, first round submission. Alright, next fight, another fight here, guys, that I didn't really get to study. Cody Stamann versus Terrion Ware. So notice the fights that I don't really know too much about are fucking guys making their debuts. Both these guys are making their debuts. It's kind of like a similar, well, actually it's not really similar to that last fight, but so this guy is pretty much an all-around type of guy. 14-1 record, really good record. Athletic ability, fight IQ. To me, he seems to be like an all-around guy. But look at this. This is something pretty big. 2008 Golden Glove State Champion, and he's also an accomplished amateur wrestler. And he got to that blue belt in BJJ. So pretty much this guy, is a good wrestler and has some decent, some decent hands. So this guy, Terrion Ware, this guy's all boxing. Pretty much the summary says it. I actually watched the video on one of his fights. I don't know. I was just kind of skimming through it, and I saw he has some fast hands. Has some submission wins here also. Kyokushin Karate black belt. See, I didn't know nothing about that. BJJ purple belt. To me, he's kind of just more like a boxer, so you guys know what happens when a wrestler takes down a boxer. And they don't have the odds here, but I think Stamann was a pretty heavy favorite on DraftKings. He's hella expensive, same as Geils or Giles, whatever. Both these guys, like I said, don't know too much about them, but Stamann and Giles seem to be the heavy favorites. But I'm going to take a chance on James, and on this fight, I'm not going to pick Ware. I think he will probably just get taken down, and Stamen will probably just smash him on the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Stamen here, maybe get a late finish, but you know what, fuck it, let's go ahead and say Stamen gets a yeah, fuck it, late finish. So Stamen, 3rd round knockout. Alright, so this fight we got Rob Font versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. So I'm familiar with Rob Font, very good striker, and he's also facing another good striker with heavy hands, so this is a very good matchup. Let's talk about this fight real quick. Like I said, I don't want to go over the fights too much, especially because I didn't study that much. So yeah, this guy's coming up a 1st round KO win, knocked out Matt Schnell, Matt Danger Schnell. I actually had Schnell winning that fight, but he was kind of like a, you know, a long shot. You know, he was an underdog pick, and he got slept in the 1st round. Douglas Silva, man, this guy has a fucking huge neck, so you know this motherfucker could take some shots. You know this motherfucker right here got a good chin. 2-fight win streak right now in the UFC. His last loss was to Zubaira Tugov, a guy who wrestles. So notice this guy's pretty much losing 2 guys who could wrestle, and he only has this 1 loss. So this guy's not like a bum. Don't really remember his last fight, but I mean, got a finish. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a poke on Silva de Andrade on DraftKings. He's a big finisher. Like I said, heavy hands, heavy striker, heavy power striker. Rob Font, I want to say he's probably the more cleaner technical striker, but he doesn't have as much as a pop as de Silva or Silva de Andrade. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the underdog, Silva de Andrade. I think he's going to get a finish. Probably in the 2nd round. I think the 1st round Font might pick him apart. 2nd round Silva lands that shot. So yeah, Silva de Andrade, 2nd round knockout. Now for the FS1 prelims, like I said, everything's gonna be all in one video, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through it. Jordan Main versus Bilal Muhammad. So actually this fight, since I'm gonna be, you know, both these guys are the same price on DraftKings, so I really try to study this fight, because I'm gonna play one of these guys because they're the same price on DraftKings. But yeah, so we got Jordan Main, really good striker. Looks like, you know, has some decent wrestling. You know, he could take you down, decent takedown defense, but he's more of a, you know, more of a striker pretty much. Good kickboxing and very good elbows also. Bilal Muhammad, this guy's an all-rounder. He has no submissions, so that's kind of surprising there actually. This guy has good takedowns. He's just an all-round type of guy. You know, good striking, good leg kicks. Like I said, good takedowns. His weakness would be his chin, and Main's weakness would be like his output. You know, sometimes it looks like, you know, he could do a lot more and he doesn't do a lot more. So hopefully this fight, Main comes out, looks aggressive, and gets the knockout, guys. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. If not, Muhammad's going to be able to pressure him, get those takedowns on him, and just overall just win the fight like that, probably by decision. Just him wearing him out, outlanding him, you know, taking him down and whatnot. But to be honest, Muhammad got knocked out against, first of all, he got outstruck by Alan Jouban, who's a good striker. And then he got knocked out by Vicente Luque, a guy who's also a good striker, excellent hands, excellent power. And I think Main is some kind of similar. So what I'm noticing here is Bilal Muhammad seems to struggle with guys who have good power and who have good striking. And that's pretty much Vicente Luque, and that's actually pretty much what Main is here. So yeah, I think Main could get it done. I think he could get the knockout. Like I say, Muhammad, you know, he seems to be a little bit chinny. And yeah, I think Main's gonna hit that chin. So, you know, Main needs to win. He's experienced, like I said, good striker. So I'm picking Main to win, and I think more than likely he's probably gonna get like a 2nd round knockout. So that's gonna be my pick. Next fight, Iago Santos versus Mearshart. So you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my quick pick here. So Santos is coming off a very flashy knockout. But you know, he was getting tagged a lot in that last fight, which he won, but you know, he was getting tagged a lot by a good boxer. But you know, I like Iago Santos in this fight. He's the better striker. Mearshart, you know, he has some okay striking, but he's more of a grappler. Notice all his wins are mostly by submission. You know, he trains out of you know, Anthony Pettis' gym, you know, the Duke Rufus sport. So you know, he does have some good kickboxing. Like I said, you know, he's a good striker, but he's not as good as Santos, and Santos is a heavy-handed guy, and I don't think Mearshart's gonna be able to clip him and hurt him. So you know, so he could, you know, maybe get him on the ground and tap him out. That's mostly how Santos loses. Either he gets knocked out by a heavy-handed guy, or he gets to the ground and he gets tapped out. So you know, I think, you know, Mearshart does have a shot, but, you know, if I had to pick someone, you know, it's going to be Santos all day. Like I said, better striker, heavy hands, hard to take down, powerful guy. And I don't think Mearshart's going to be able to take him down. And I don't think he's going to be able to strike with him. So I'm picking Santos, and I think he's going to get a second round knockout. Next fight, Chad Laprise versus Brian Camozzi. Quick pick here. I'm picking Chad Laprise. I just think he's the better striker. Actually, he's just better all around, to be honest. I mean, let me check the odds here. Oh man, look at that. That's beautiful right there, right? Negative 710 for Laprise. They're pretty much saying this guy's a guaranteed win. I mean, that's huge, huge favorite. First of all, Camozzi made his UFC debut and he lost, and this is his second fight in the UFC. I mean, Camozzi does have a nice balance to finish there. I mean, he has all wins by finish, so that, you know, maybe, you know, he could do something here. You know, it's Chris Camozzi's brother. But, yeah, Laprise, you know, he should be able to smoke him. Lands really good output, excellent striking. I think he also, yeah, he also sometimes could land a takedown here or two also. So I just really can't see where Camozzi could, you know, could hurt this guy. You know, I don't think on the feet he could, you know, pose any problems, and on the ground I think it's going to be a challenge to take, you know, to take Laprise down. So the odds make sense, and I'm going with Laprise here. So I'm picking Laprise. I don't know if he gets that finish though. You know what? I think Camozzi got finished in his last fight, so you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and say also Laprise, second round KO. Featured fight on FS1 prelims: Travis Browne versus Alexei Olynyk. So I picked Browne in his last fight against Derrick Lewis. And usually I would have picked Derrick Lewis, but I was kind of, you know, studying the fight. I saw Browne's obviously way more technical, and yeah, you know, he let me down. First of all, he was doing well. You know, he pretty much had Lewis hurt, just, you know, didn't take advantage, and Lewis ended up, you know, bombing on his ass and knocked his ass out. But Olynyk here, this is a different style matchup. Olynyk is not a heavy-handed guy. I mean, he's heavyweight, so I mean, he probably does have, you know, obviously pack a good punch. But as you can see, most of his wins are on the ground. So this guy, you know, he just swings hooks. Not a technical striker. He wants to get you on the ground. His takedowns actually don't look bad here on paper. About 45% chance, you know, on this takedown. Actually, that's actually pretty damn good. Good takedown average also. 3 takedowns a fight he's averaging. But you know, Travis Browne, this guy's fought the best guys. I don't think he's done yet. I mean, he looked good in that fight against Lewis. He just got caught. And didn't take advantage of Lewis being hurt to the body. Yeah, I think Olynyk is gonna struggle with the, you know, going for the takedown because, you know, because of Travis Browne's length and his height. And I think Browne here, you know, I think this is a really just a good matchup just to get him that win there pretty much. You know, I mean, obviously Olynyk, like I said, he could maybe KO him if he swings a hook, maybe he catches him or some shit. But I doubt it. But the only way I really see Alexei winning is if he gets Browne down and he just taps him out. But like I said, it's going to be too much of a struggle, I think, to get him down. And also, Olynyk's gas tank doesn't look too good past the first round. I think he has a shit ton of first round finishes. So, yeah, Olynyk, you know, after the first round, if he doesn't get him down or tap him out, it's going to be all Travis Browne, guys. So, yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Travis Browne, but, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give him another shot. I'm going to go ahead and pick him, and if he fucks me over this time, man, I'm going to be fucking pissed. So, anyways, I'm picking Travis Browne, and I think he gets also a second round knockout. Main card, guys. So now we're on to the main card. First fight on main card, a good fight. Anthony Pettis versus Jim Miller. Former lightweight champion here versus Jim Miller, obviously. Quick pick. You know, I'm going to go ahead and pick Pettis, guys. You know, obviously, you know, didn't look too good at 145, well, against Max Holloway, but Holloway's a beast. Against who the fuck was it? The Bronx. Yeah, Charles Oliveira, yeah. Against Charles Oliveira, he looked good. Finished him with a submission, which is fucking impressive, right? And, you know, he's going to fight Jim Miller here. Jim Miller's obviously kind of just an all-around type of guy. You know, he's a grinder. Tough guy. He's durable. Decent striking. Has some okay takedowns. Really good jiu-jitsu. If he gets you, you know, if he's on top of you, you know, gets you down and whatnot. But, I mean, Pettis, you know, I still got some confidence left in him. And, you know, I think it's a good fight, you know, pretty much to get him also to give him a win. You know, it's kind of like the Travis Browne fight. I think, you know, same thing. You know, Olynyk poses some problems to Browne, but Browne should be able to get it done. Same as here in this fight. You got Jim Miller poses some problems to Pettis in being, you know, the wrestling and whatnot. But Pettis could get it done here. You know, he's the better striker, obviously, just way sharper on the feet. You know, he's saying he was doing some lifting, you know, to get his strength up, so these guys can't hold him down. So I'm really interested to see how it comes out in this fight. Jim Miller seems like a tough guy. It's gonna be hard to finish him, but I mean, we saw Miller take some good shots against Poirier, and I think that fight went to decision. So, you know what? More than likely, Pettis wins by decision, guys. I think he's just gonna outpoint him, outstrike him, land some good shots, stay out of danger, stay out of the ground game, and just win by decision. So Pettis, decision. All right, next fight, man. This is gonna be a good fight right here, man. Two good heavyweights, Verdun versus Overeem. Quick pick. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite fighters, Alistair Overeem, aka the fucking Reem. Yeah, man, this guy's badass, man. Really good striker, solid striking, man. He's fucking fun to watch. Good takedown defense. I just can't see how Verdum's gonna be able to win this. He's not gonna be able to take him down. And on the feet, Overeem sharper. The only way, you know, Overeem pretty much loses his fights is if he gets clipped clean. I mean, his chin just isn't as good anymore. But, you know, Verdun hasn't shown, you know, huge power in his hands, you know. So I know Verdum's, you know, got confident with his striking nowadays, with his multi-striking, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Overeem's going to be able to outstrike him. He's going to be patient, land his good shots, stay out of danger, avoid the takedowns, and overall just win the fight here. So I'm picking Overeem, and I don't know if he's going to get a finish, man. You know, Verdum's still pretty damn durable. I forgot what if Verdum's coming off that win or not. Let me check this shit real quick. Is he coming off that I think he's coming off a win against Browne. I'm not even too sure there. Yeah, he's coming off a win. Coming off a win against Travis Browne. Pretty much outstruck his ass. Yeah, so you know, obviously he survived the Travis Browne fight. Then he get knocked out. So yeah, I think Overeem could put him away. Maybe a late finish, kind of similar to that Mark Hunt fight, but more likely, I think Overeem wins by decision. Next fight, Daniel Omalenchuk versus Curtis Blaydes. This is going to be a quick pick. Another easy pick. Look at the fucking odds on this shit. Negative 700. I think when I checked the UFC website, like in the front website, it said negative 810 or some shit. Man, Curtis Blaydes a huge favorite. Same as Laprise. But, man, Blaydes here should be able to run through Omalenchuk, man. All wins by fucking finish, man. This guy all wins by knockout. You see that shit? Look at his fucking... You see the grappling stats? That's like almost Khabib-like takedown average. It might even be higher than Khabib's stats. You see his takedown average is pretty much 10 takedowns a fucking fight. And his fucking accuracy is almost 70%. This fucking guy is going to get you down. If you look at Omalenchuk's takedown defense, it's not too good. I mean, he's a bulky guy, but, you know, he's just a striker. But he's not going to be... He's not gonna be able to stop the takedowns. You know, it's a pretty easy fight here for Blaydes unless he gets caught clean. But yeah, I think Blaydes here is gonna take him down. He's gonna fucking mount him or just get him down and just smash him on the ground. So I expect the finish, and I think Blaydes either puts him away in the first round or the second round. But you know what? I'm gonna say Blaydes, second round knockout. All right, now for the co-main event, guys. We got Yoel Romero versus Robert Whittaker, obviously for the middleweight championship. So obviously, as a quick pick here, I'm picking Robert Whittaker. First of all, this guy's on fire right now. I'm not jumping on his hype train or anything like that because, well, you know, I had him winning against Jacare Souza. I had him winning against who the fuck else he fought before then? Who the fuck was it? Either way, this guy's knocking people out. He's finishing people, and you know, I've been picking Whittaker for a while now. Romero, obviously still a fucking beast, but you know, the time's kind of passing him by, just as Jacare. You know, I know he's still looking like an athletic freak. You know, he's still looking good, obviously, in his fights, but I think if Whittaker here avoids the takedown, and I think he will, even though Romero has excellent wrestling and whatnot, Whittaker's a good scrambler, and Romero, you know, he doesn't look to be too good at holding people down. Like, he'll take you down, like, you know, he'll take you down like nothing, right? And if he doesn't smash you right away on the ground, then you could get back up. Like, this guy's not good at holding your position, you know, on the ground. So that's going to give Whittaker the chance to pretty much scramble out of there, get back to his feet, and start picking apart Romero from the outside, you know, with his striking and whatnot. Whittaker has way sharper hands, the better, the better kicks, overall just the better striker. So, the only way Romero wins is if he either somehow holds Whittaker the whole fight, which he's not going to be able to do, or if he actually clips Whittaker clean with some crazy shit like that knee that he did on Chris Weidman, which, it's possible Romero could do, could do something like that, man. This guy's explosive as fuck. But, Whittaker's durable, man. It's going to be hard to put him away. And as far as Romero, everybody knows this guy gasses. This is a fucking 5-round fight also. That's the big thing. If in a 3-round fight, I give Romero more of an advantage. But, man, in a 5-round fight, fuck yeah. Whittaker all fucking day, guys. 5-round fight. After the 3rd round, if Romero even makes it that far, 4th and 5th rounds, he's gonna fucking be tired as fuck, and he's gonna be getting fucked up. It's probably gonna be, if it even goes that far, it's probably gonna be like a 4th round knockout if it goes that far. If not, I think Whittaker takes him out in that 3rd round, or maybe even early in the fight, man. Like I said, this guy has just those hands, man. He has good power, good technique, man. He has really good distance too. So yeah, man, I like Whittaker, and I don't know what round. I don't know what round could he be able to knock him out in. More than likely, you know what? It's probably gonna have to be after Romero gasses, unless he catches him clean early. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just say Whittaker, 3rd round knockout. Now for the main event: Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko. Quick pick here. Obviously, I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko, guys. Man, I like her style. Obviously a really good multi-fighter, but she's balanced. She's good everywhere, man. She's good on the ground, like I was saying in that fight against who was it, Juliana Pena. A lot of people were counting her out there because Pena is huge and has that good, good wrestling, good takedowns, and obviously that was a worry. But Shevchenko does have some submissions, and she does have that judo black belt, to kind of help with her takedown defense. In this fight, we seen this fight before. Shevchenko obviously lost the fight. 1st 2 rounds, she got kind of fucked up. 3rd round, she came back strong, and Nunes was tired. So, unless Nunes greatly improved her conditioning, which is obviously possible, I don't think she's gonna be able to hang with Shevchenko all 5 rounds, man. Nunes is prone to gas, and we can't really see her gas tank because she's always finishing girls quickly. And the thing is, she wasn't able to finish Valentina quickly. She hurt her and whatnot, but she wasn't able to get the finish. So we know that she's not going to be able to finish Valentina that quickly. So we know she's going to have to be dragged into the later rounds, where Valentina's going to be the more fresher fighter, and she's going to start, imposing her will on Amanda Nunes. So I like Shevchenko here. I think she gets it done. I could see her winning probably by decision, or maybe like a late finish, like a fifth round finish. But yeah, you know what? More than likely, Valentina probably just wins this by decision. So Shevchenko by decision. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for the picks. Sorry for this late video, but like I was saying, there's been too much fucking UFC fights. So yeah, it's too hard to study for all these fucking fights, especially when you got some of these fucking guys, like these two fights right here making their debuts and shit. Like, damn. And then some of you motherfuckers don't even got fights on YouTube. Like, how the fuck am I gonna find James Boskovic on YouTube? Like, if I YouTube his ass, and there's like an old ass fight, and then some other random kickboxing fight or some shit, and that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, it's too hard to find some of these guys' fights. So fuck it, let's go ahead and see how these picks go. Yeah, fuck it, that's gonna be it, guys, for the video. Subscribe, obviously. Always do these UFC fight pick videos for you guys, even though I am fucking late, especially with this video. But even though I am late sometimes, I will be doing these videos. I don't give a fuck if I do it like, on the very last day, whatever. I'm still gonna make the videos. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Like I said, subscribe. What else? Yeah, check out the links below in my description. If you guys are interested in DraftKings, check out the description below. I got all kinds of links on there if you guys might be interested in some of that stuff. I play DraftKings, and sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I break even, sometimes I only lose a little bit. But yeah, DraftKings is fun, so if you guys want to join DraftKings, link below. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and catch you guys on the next video, and enjoy the fights.